When'd you start performing?
Um, I've always performance has always been something that's just been part of my nature. Uh, but I really found um, the avenue for it with rock and roll. Um, it was the ideal way to direct my natural energy in a way that also expressed um, my poetry in a resonant way. Because that was my other uh, main form of artistic expression, but it's not one that always lends itself to performance. Sometimes it's just on the page, but I like to get out there with it in an explosive way, and that's what rock and roll is to me. So I've been uh, in this band for 6 years at this point. That's basically when I started on this path. 1st of April, actually, 2010.
So all the same band?
Yeah.
You're lucky they stayed
Well, I'm
together.
the only original member at this point, but
Okay, okay. That
it's same music, same
yeah.
soul.
That's one of the things you learn. You stick to your path. People join you and they leave. As long as you stick to your path, you'll get somewhere.
Yeah. The I was actually in a few bands in high school, with friends, but they didn't really go anywhere because the passion of the others dwindled rapidly, um, and that I left a bit of a sour taste for a while, and for for a period I concentrated more on poetry because it is something I could do in complete isolation. I didn't have to worry about corralling others into it. But uh, when I came back to music, I did so in a big way, and I realized that I could never leave again. And so, regardless of what happens, I'm on this ride till death and whatever lies beyond.
Well, blue green is my color.
It's a good one.
Yeah, when I was a kid in school back in New Brunswick, grade school, anything with blue green on a poster, I was gone. Just daydreaming for hours. So you really stood out when I first saw you. That shit.
Yeah, it's always been one that's adorned me. Yeah, it draws me too.
Mm-hmm. Looks good with your skin too.
I think that my skin varies more with the seasons.
What's the best and worst experience you've had performing?
I got the worst one out of the way at a very young age. Um, it was uh, I think that was actually quite fortunate because I've never dealt with stage fright since, but it was violent at the time. So I was in kindergarten, and uh, every class had to take part in the Christmas concert. Um, so it was organized by grade, and each class had to sing its own song. So we were doing Jingle Bells, and so we got up there as a group in front of all of the teachers and parents, and I don't think that I made it to the end of the first verse before I broke down in tears and ran into the audience in order to bury my head in my mother's lap. And but since then, I have not had a touch of stage fright. So I got all of it out of my system in one moment. So the best, I don't know. I like all of them. Like it's always ecstatic for me. So maybe the best is just the next one.
That's how I feel about it. One of my favorites was the first time I did the LSD talk. I scheduled it for midnight on a Saturday, and I had some acid. And I asked myself, are you going to do this talk on acid, or are you going to do it straight? And I thought, I'll wait and see. So the first 4 people that showed up were obviously stoned. So I dropped. That talk went on forever. It was fun. This is Askin. He's the one that I'm concerned about. So naturally, he's the one that's up to